So, good evening, everyone. I am Rakhi Yadav, your PMRF teaching assistant for Introductory Organic Chemistry course, which is conducted by NPTEL, whose course instructors are Professor Harinath Chakrapani and Professor Neeraja Dashaputre from ISER Pune. Students, in this week we are going to cover, or we can say that we are going to sum up all the theories or problems which we have discussed in last 8 weeks. Okay, so let's wait for 1 minute for students to join. So in week one we have covered electrophilic aromatic substitution. So we all know that in electrophilic aromatic substitution, step 1 is your electrophilic attack. We know benzene ring have 5 electrons. It means benzene ring is electron rich. So obviously it will invite electrophiles. So, in presence of electrophile, this double bond cleaves heterolytically, and negative charge gets attacked by this electrophile, or we can say that negative charge attacks electrophile, positive charge will come. So these are three resonating structures to stabilize this positive charge. And at last step consists of proton loss from here, which will lead to gain of aromaticity and will lead to formation of this. So in conclusion, if we see, one of the hydrogen is get replaced by this electrophile. So this is electrophilic since electrophile is replacing, aromatic since it is replacing on aromatic ring, and substitution since it has substituted hydrogen atom. Therefore, it is electrophilic aromatic substitution. Hello students, Kasturi.
Hello, madam.
Sh- let's start a revision from week
Okay,
1.
ma'am. Yeah, actually, I'm in traffic. No problem. I will listen you.
Some more students are joining. Should I wait or continue?
You can continue class.
Okay. You can mute yourself now. Actually, background noise is come. Yes.
Okay,
So
madam.
this slide is clear, right? Okay. Let's move ahead. So in electrophilic aromatic substitution, mainly there are two patterns. Which one is if you are having already present group which is electron withdrawing. Electron withdrawing. So basically, electron withdrawing groups are those groups which can withdraw or take electron density from benzene ring. In that case, how electrophile is going to attack your benzene ring? So let's see. Here, if you can see that, uh, let's say this bond has been broken, correct? So positive charge will come here and negative charge will come here, and it will take this electrophile. So whenever to in order to stabilize this carbocation, if we do its other resonating structure, we can see that positive charge is coming nearer to this electron withdrawing group, and this thing is unstable. So therefore, whenever you are having electron withdrawing group present in benzene ring, ortho product is minor, or we can say that least likely to form. But if we see, if electrophile is attacking at meta position to electron withdrawing group, In all the three resonating structure, positive charge is not just next to electron withdrawing group as in this case. Correct? Therefore, among ortho and meta position, meta product is measured when you have benzene ring with electron withdrawing group attached to it. Understood? Okay. So now let's come to cases where there is electron donating group on benzene ring. Those groups are known as activating groups or orthopyra directing groups. So let's say first in these cases, let's say ortho attack has been done. Okay, ortho attack means negative charge. One of the bond has been broken, and that negative charge has taken electrophile. So in order to stabilize this positive charge is coming to electron donating groups. Why they are electron donating groups? As they are having lone pair. Okay, so one attack is this. Another attack favorable is meta attack. But in meta attack there is no resonance contributor where positive charge is just nearer to your lone pair donating groups. So this is least likely. But in para case, this positive charge in one of the resonating structure, this positive charge is nearer to your lone pair having group, which can donate and which can stabilize this carbocation. Therefore, we got this. So, in activating groups or ortho para directing groups, ortho attack and para attack is major. So, whenever benzene group is attached to ortho para directing groups, your ortho and para product will be major. Understood? So let's have a brief summary of week 1. So I'm going to ask, please don't leave the class. Okay, only one student is there, Kasturi. So Kasturi, could you please tell me if you are having electron donating group present on your benzene ring? So incoming electrophile will come at which position? Ortho position to it or meta position to it? If you are having electron
Ortho position.
ortho position, very good. And if you are
Ortho
having
into para
electron
directing.
withdrawing group attached to your benzene ring, then
It is a meta directing.
okay, very good. So in same way, I will teach next thing, and at last I will ask. Okay, so be active. In week 2, we have covered nucleophilic aromatic substitution, which can take place in two ways, as we have discussed earlier: addition then elimination. In addition then elimination, first addition occurs. Okay, so here what is there? Nucleophilic aromatic substitution. It means nucleophile is going to substitute one of the atom present in your ring. Okay, obviously it will replace this nucleophile. Okay, nucleophile is electron rich species, so it will prefer to attack that benzene ring which is electron deficient. As we know, opposite attracts. Correct? So you have to make your rings such electron deficient so that incoming nucleophile can attack. So first way is addition then elimination. So addition then elimination, first your nucleophile get add. Obviously here negative charge will come, here positive will charge. Sorry, here it will attack and here negative charge will come. And we can see that in all the resonance contributor, this negative charge gets stabilized by electron withdrawing group. So I have told you earlier that in addition then elimination, first you should have leaving group, and another condition is that there should be electron withdrawing group present at ortho and para to that leaving group. And in our case, leaving group is fluorine. At last, fluorine negative charge will come here and it will knock off this fluorine. Correct? And these are known as Meson-Hammer complex. I'm going fast because we have discussed earlier also. Here we are just seeing its summary, okay? So for addition then elimination, there are two conditions required. First, that your substrate should have leaving group. Second, that electron withdrawing group should be present at ortho and para to your leaving group. Okay. Second type by which nucleophile can substitute your aromatic ring is elimination or Benzyne mechanism. See, when there is need of such mechanism, when there is no electron withdrawing group present in your benzene ring, ortho and para to your leaving group. When this mechanism comes into play, when there is no ortho and when there is no electron withdrawing group present at ortho and para to your leaving group. In that case, what happens is, let me tell you by pointer. Hmm. So, generally in this case, NaNH2 will be written on your arrow. So, whenever NaNH2, or I can say that strong base, which can abstract proton of your sp2 carbon, right? So, this needs strong base. So, strong base is going to abstract your proton. Negative charge will come here, and that is going to eliminate this leaving group and will result into formation of this benzene. Now this benzene can get attacked by two ways. Either positive charge will here or positive charge can come here. NH2 is having two roles to play here. First one is abstracting proton from benzene, okay, and second one is as a nucleophile. So if it is attacking at this position, it will come here. Positive charge will come here. Negative charge will come. So positive get attacked by this NH2, and at last this is quenched by water and you will get aniline. Understood, Kasturi? Summary of this.
Okay, madam.
Hmm. So in week 3, let me use pointer here. Oh. Hmm. So in week 3, we have seen stereochemistry of nucleophilic addition to carbonyls. Okay. So I have told you that this has been demonstrated by Falcon model. We can write this structure in this way: OH, one of your aldehyde, correct? And according to Falcon model, this is your large group, this is your medium group, this is your small group. Okay. And as per Falcon model, you should keep your large group perpendicular to this carbonyl group. And small group should be here and medium group should be here. Okay. So that nucleophile can attack from small side at Burgi-Dunis trajectory. Can you tell me that angle through which nucleophile should attack here? Okay, no issue. We will discuss in this slide. So there are two conformations possible for this type of structure. Cu, H, I think, okay, pH, CH3 is at, okay, CH3 dash. So for this, there are two structure possible equally. Okay. In one structure, your nucleophile can come from this small side, and another structure, your nucleophile can come from this medium side. But we know that obviously nucleophile will prefer to come from small side at Burgi-Dunis trajectory. Nucleophile attack of nucleophile from small side by 107 degree is your Burgi-Dunis trajectory. Okay. After addition, I have told you that this bond will become this way, this carbonyl one, okay, and it will become OH, H, and nucleophile can come this way, correct? Other things remain same, And if we draw it, we can see that if we keep intact this, we can see that Me and OH are on same side. Yes, Me and OH are on same side, and hydrogen are on same side. Yes. Okay. Why we are saying that this is diastereoselectively? Because we can form this structure also. This is also equally correct. OH, these both are correct, but you should keep in your mind that they should be syn. Why? Because if we if we take these groups, terminal groups, they are trans. Yes, they are trans in this form also. So, in with respect to that, methyl and OH are syn, and methyl and OH are syn. So, you just have to draw syn, either at wedge or dash. This is your choice. Understood? So we have some modification in this. What if there is electron negative group present at alpha carbon to your carbonyl? In that case, you have to keep perpendicular that heteroatom. Okay, not large group. You have to keep that heteroatom perpendicular. So if we keep that heteroatom perpendicular, we will get this stereo. All rules are same as we have discussed in Pelkin N model. You just have to keep this NME2, that is heteroatom to alpha carbon, perpendicular to your carbonyl group. Okay, good. So this is nucleophilic attack on cyclohexanones. So students, or in general, I am writing here, in general, axial attack is favored. Axial attack is favored. But we know that in systems such as cyclohexanones, if your nucleophile is attacking in axial fashion, and you know that at axial there are 1,3 diaxial interaction, correct? So if we are having small nucleophiles such as hydride, see this is also small because this remains at 180 degree, so it is not having that much steric hindrance. So in case of smaller nucleophiles, axial attack is favored. You can see that. Okay. But in case of bulkier nucleophiles, we can see that equatorial attack is favored. Correct? In order to avoid that 1,3 diaxial interaction. So this was summary of week 2, that is how are you going to attack your nucleophile on carbonyl system. So we have seen three cases in one we have to keep this large group perpendicular to carbonyl group. In second case we have to keep that heteroatom perpendicular to your carbonyl group. And in third case you have to attack your nucleophile on cyclohexanone. Correct? Understood, Kasturi?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Kasturi, you have taken my all the classes, right?
Mostly all the classes I attended.
Yes, I observe. You are only a student that has attended my all the class, including this. Oh, Harshita is there now. Where is that other student? What was her name? Suman. Do you know her? You guys know? Because at the end of this session, I have keep some problems, specific problems, which is very interesting to solve. I hope from that time she will come. I will give you marks today. So in week 4, I will say we have learned about what are kinetic enolate, what are thermodynamic enolate. So let me tell you, let's say we have this condition. Okay, this is your A, this is your B. We know that kinetic products are products which are formed in hurry. I have told you. Kinetic products are formed in hurry. Correct? So either, so obviously in hurry base is going to abstract proton from this side as it is least hindered. So it will form this enolate. Another enolate possible is this enolate. We know that this enolate is more stable. Why? Because it is having more hyperconjugation, 6 hyperconjugation. 3 hydrogen from this side, 3 from this side. Whereas this is relatively less stable. But this is kinetic enolate, this is thermodynamic enolate. Because this proton is more prone for a base to abstract as it is least hindered. Okay. So you can read from here that kinetic enolate less substituted double bond forms. It is less thermodynamically stable, formed faster due to less steric hindrance. Yes, there is less steric hindrance here. Can make selectively if you want to make kinetic enolate. If you anywhere want to make kinetic enolate, you should use strong and bulky bases such as LDA. Okay. And in order to make thermodynamic enolate, you have to use strong bases, but like your ROH, alkoxide bases, your sodium hydride, these type of bases are going to form thermodynamic enolate. So we have two enolate, kinetic versus thermodynamic. Okay, so you can see that this is energy wise low. Why? Because this is more stable than your kinetic enolate. Activation energy is quite less in forming kinetic enolate. Okay, so this is energy flow. Now we will, or I am going to cover name reactions. So students, tell me from A, from alphabet A, which name reaction comes. Let me give you hint in case of carbonyl chemistry.
Second, can you ask?
Which
I didn't hear
question?
properly.
What, Kasturi, I can't hear.
Can you repeat once again?
I am
Second,
asking from alphabet A, which name reaction is there for carbonyl chemistry? Aldol reaction, students.
aldol condensation,
Yes, aldol reaction. So this
alpha beta unsaturated product,
exactly. You have your, what is your starting material? Aldehyde or ketone, and your final product
2 moles of
alpha beta
aldehyde,
unsaturated or your beta hydroxyaldehyde. Okay. So we can
2
have,
moles of aldehyde, that is aldol.
very good. Okay, wait.
Without alpha hydrogen, candidiol.
Wait. No, no. First, we will discuss only. Oh my God, that all the. Okay, okay. Hmm. So let me revise for you. Huh. So let's say you have this aldehyde. Okay. First, what you have to do? Draw its enolate form. Correct. And attack on the same molecule. This is self aldol. I've told you earlier. CH2 double bond O, correct? And this will abstract proton from your water and all. You got this beta hydroxy, alpha beta hydroxyaldehyde. And in last step, just do dehydration. And you will get alpha beta unsaturated system, correct? This was your aldol reaction. There can be three types of aldol. If there is reaction between same type of molecule, that is known as self-aldol. If we have enolate of one and aldehyde or ketone of other, that is non-enolizable. This is non-enolizable, right? Because it is not having alpha hydrogen. These type of condensation reaction are called cross aldol condensation. And third one is your intramolecular aldol reaction. One of the aldehyde or ketone is having your enolizable hydrogen that is going to attack in intramolecular fashion. Okay, so this was your aldol addition. Second, okay, tell me name reaction which you have studied till now, starting from alphabet B.
Benzoin,
Okay, benzoin. Other students,
benzylic
benzyl
acid.
benzylic acid. Very good, Kasturi. Very good. So this is your benzylic acid rearrangement. Let me draw in more clear fashion for you. So student, in this type of, your base is sorry, your nucleophile is going to attack here. Okay. Now we can say that there is no good leaving group. This can't leave, this can't leave. So what will happen here? We have another molecule of this benzyl. Okay. Now oxygen will come, negative charge will come back and it will give this phenyl to here. Okay. And one molecule will convert into acid, and another, that pH negative that has been left from here, it will attack onto this carbon. So you can see here also nucleophile has attacked. Okay, when oxygen charge is coming back, this aryl group has attacked to nearby carbonate, not onto other but nearby only. Okay, and converted it itself into acid. Understood, students? Say yes or no, or I will explain again. When this negative charge is coming back, this aryl group migrate to nearby carbonyl group. Okay, therefore this is known as benzyl to benzylic acid rearrangement. I have attacked onto another molecule, but here you have to attack on nearby carbonyl only. Okay. Okay, tell me name reaction starting from C.
Cannizzaro reaction.
Very good. Cannizzaro reaction. So in Cannizzaro reaction, your nucleophile is there. Okay, it will attack onto this into this fashion. Now oxygen charge when it will come back, it will transfer this hydride from here to another molecule of same type. Let me write here. ठीक है. OH OH minus will going to attack into in this fashion. We have another molecule of benzaldehyde. Okay, students, tell me what is the primary condition required for Cannizzaro reaction? That your
No
aldehyde,
alpha hydrogen must be there.
very good. Your aldehyde or ketone should not have any alpha hydrogen attached. Okay. So in that case, it is going to give this hydride to another molecule. So basically, what we have observed is one of your molecule will convert itself into acid and another molecule get converted into your alkoxide, which after protonation will convert into alcohol. Okay, so let's say you are given this CHCHO and you are given your nucleophile base, sorry, you just have to give PHCO minus or PHCH2. एक को एसिड के फॉर्म में लिखना है और एक को एल्कोहल के फॉर्म में लिखना है. ओके, जस्ट डू दिस इज योर Cannizzaro reaction.
Rosa, Rosa.
Next reaction is your Demjanov rearrangement. Students, in last class we have done one mistake. we were calling this reaction as Denzenov. With no hydroxy group present, it is known as Denzenov, but with hydroxy, it is known as Tiffenov-Denzenov rearrangement. Okay. In last session only, we have discussed this rearrangement, so I will not discuss more about this. If you have any doubt, tell me. You know, na? In HNO2, presence of HNO2, this will convert into good living group. It will form diazo here. Positive charge will come here. Then this ring gets opened. Positive charge will come here and negative will join there. And at last we will get this. Correct? Second reaction is your Julia olefination. This slide I am keeping for you. Okay, students. But let me explain why pointer. Wait. Someone have to. Who is this? Kasturi, could you please mute yourself? Thank you. So, students, in modified, first of all, this is your classical Julia olefination. Okay, you have this sulfone. Okay, so we all know that this carbon proton are very acidic. In presence of base, they will get abstracted. Carbanion will form. Carbanion is going to attack your aldehyde you are given. Okay, understood till here. And in another case, one another acid halide, we can say that it is given. This O negative is going to attack here and it will form this. Now sodium is there. We know what is the role of sodium to give electron. We know na. This sodium is known to give weight. Sodium is your alkali metal and sodium are best known to give one electron transfer. Correct? Because now this has attained noble gas configuration. So it will give electron. Now it will attack, it will cleave here in this way. We will get this alkene, radical and radical combine, correct? And you will get your product, that is your E alkene. Remember in Julia olefination, E E product is major. Now we can see that in modified Julia olefination, they have changed this sulfone unit, correct? They have changed this sulfone unit. Basically, they have made it more acidic. So here mechanism is given for that sodium wala step. So we know that sodium is known to give one electron, correct? So first radical will form here. Again it will give one electron. It will form actually this mechanism is different. Okay, this I have taken actually from Lajlo Kurti book. There it is given in different way. Okay, no issue. But student mechanism is same. Radical is stabilized here. So this bond will break and this bond will break. This CO bond will. And we will get E alkene. Okay. Last topic to be discussed in today's class. After this, we are going to cover some problems, interesting problems. First is, do you know from earlier knowledge what are Prevost and Woodward dihydroxylation? Yes or no? If yes, I will go fast like previous. If no, I will discuss in slow.
Yes, Woodward and Prevost hide.
I couldn't hear you, Kasturi.
I heard Woodward and Prevost.
Okay, okay, सुना है. Okay. So if we look at it in broad way, you can see that in Woodward condition you are getting syndiol from your olefin. Okay. In Prevost condition you are getting transdiol. Can anyone tell me key difference between both the reagent condition in Woodward and Prevost? Apart from nucleophile, in Woodward condition, students, additional water molecule is there. See, in Woodward condition, additional water molecule is there. This is key difference. But here no water is there, no water. So if we read slide, what it is written, Woodward reaction allows the synthesis of syndiol, okay, by addition of iodine, okay, wi- followed by nucleophilic displacement with acetate. Let's see next. See students, if you are given your olefin and iodine is there, we know that olefin is electron rich. So first cycloiodonium ring gets formed. Clear? Now this three-member ring is unstable. We know that it will be attacked in SN2 fashion by this nucleophile. Okay, so it will leave in this form and will result into formation of this complex or intermediate. Now in Woodward reaction, this carbonyl oxygen is going to attack here and will result into formation of this five-membered ring. Correct? Now we have another nucleophile H2O in our medium. Okay, H2O is this nucleo. Actually, let me write for your sake of simplicity. This is like this. Correct? Now H2O will attack obviously here. H2 have H plus and OH negative. So OH minus is going to attack here and here your H will attack. Correct? And at last, what will happen students? Tell me. Students, from this intermediate, how it is going to open? You just have to do this. Nothing happened here. So basically, in this way, you are getting syndiol. After workup, this will become OH, okay, and this will also become OH. So at last, you will get syndiol. If you want to know workup, you just have to do hydroxylation here. OH will attack here and this O negative will come back and will leave this. Okay. So mechanism is clear or not students? First iodonium ring forms followed by attack of nucleophile. Second attack by that carbonyl oxygen, this carbonyl oxygen, and followed by attack of your water molecule resulted into formation of this syndiol. Correct? And this is mechanism students for your transdiol formation in Prevost mechanism. First, same way cycloiodonium ring and this intermediate will form. But here students, instead of, since in last case water is attacking, here this nucleophile is going to attack here and will result it into formation of this transdiol. Correct? Transdiol here. One is above, one is down. So this is your dinone phenol rearrangement. Basically, this carbonyl gets protonated. Good. Now one of the group migrate here in negative charge, so it will leave here positive charge. It will go as R dash negative. Okay, that will attack here in 1,4 addition way. You will get this, and at last elimination will take place, and in this way you will get phenol from your dinone. This is your dinone to phenol rearrangement. In same way, in cyclic case, you also get this. CH3 group will migrate here. Okay, this will become positive as it is migrated here, correct? And this will form negative, and it will attack here in second way, will result into formation of this. So question has come. Before question, let me ask some questions from you. Students, I have gone fast because it is revision class. Okay. So in revision class, what things we have discussed? In week 1, we have discussed electrophilic aromatic substitution, correct? In week 2, we have covered nucleophilic aromatic substitution. In week 3, we have discussed how your nucleophile stereo is determined in case of attack when alpha carbon is your chiral. Alpha carbon to carbonyl group is your chiral. In that cases, there are two models. Which two models are there, students?
Falkenhayn model and Kram's model.
Good. Falcon, actually Cram's model is also there, you are correct. But in Falcon and model there were two conditions. If there is large group, we have to keep large group perpendicular to that carbonyl group. But if we are having heteroatom, then we have to keep that perpendicular. Okay, good. After that, we have covered what are kinetic enolate, what are thermodynamic enolate. If kinetic enolate is forming from less sterically hindered side, it is known as kinetic enolate. If it is forming more substituted double bond, it is your thermodynamic enolate. Correct? After that, we have covered some name reaction, aldol reaction, benzyl benzylic acid rearrangement, Cannizzaro, Damjanov, and Julia olefination. You just have to go through slides. I have gone fast because we have discussed in earlier problem solving session. Okay. We have at last we have covered Prevost condition and Woodward condition. So there are two conditions for dihydroxylation of olefins. One is your Prevost, one is your Woodward. In Woodward, water is used as a nucleophile, and in that Prevost, water is not used. That acetate ion again attacks, and after workup, that acetate will convert it into alcohol. Okay, and then we will have covered one rearrangement also, that is dinone phenol rearrangement. Clear, students, still here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you are ready now for question solving session. So this is our last class, students. So first question for you is here. We have two students in class basically. Wait, Kasturi, Harshita. I am giving 1 minute to you guys, and another is Rakhi, me. Start solving this question. Take 1 minute time and tell me fast. First, tell me your name and then tell me answer. Okay. Start. Hint is you just have to protonate this carbonyl oxygen as it is. Okay. Which rearrangement will take place here? Fast. Tell me.
Dinon-phenol
Okay.
rearrangement.
Then quickly do this question.
Option B.
Option B. So Kasturi is saying option B. Harshita, what about you?
I'm solving.
Okay, okay, take your time. In that process, let me also solve this. So which option is this? Option number B. Very good, Kasturi. It means you have attended my class. Good. So students, correct answer is B. Harshita, after this class, you just solve, okay? You will get answer. No matter it is taking time, but you should know how to approach these type of problems, correct? First, first you have to protonate this, then you have to break one of the bond. Okay, positive charge will come here, negative charge will come here, and that is going to attack here in Michael fashion, and at last elimination will take place. Common, we can say that common sequence for dinone phenol rearrangement. Shall we move ahead, Harshita?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, this is again from dinone phenol rearrangement. Try. This time I want to hear answer from Harshita first. Then I will give chance to Kasturi. In meantime, I am also solving. Please don't see my solution. Harshita, take time but do correctly, accurately. I will say. Okay. I am also solving with you, students only. I have not heard them earlier. So one of the possible product is this. Correct. In which option it is given? In option number C. Okay. And another possibility is that you should not migrate this, you should migrate this. But if we will migrate this, bridge type system will form. Correct, student? Kasturi, Harshita, I'm wrong or correct? If this group migrates, this negative charge will come here, or another
Option C.
possibility is this, it will attack here.
Option C is correct.
Huh. Another
Ready?
possibility is, students, it will attack here. So let's say what will be the product if we are attacking here. It will look like this. Correct? But I think I'm wrong anyway. Let's draw after erasing this part. Can anyone tell me what is the other product possible here? I am also drawing, but before my drawing, one thing is clear that answer number C is correct. Good. But another should see all the possibilities, students. Okay. Let's break this bone. If you break this bond, this negative charge will attack here. Okay. Students, समझ आ रहा है ना? You will get this in
मेरे
intermediate, correct or not?
मेरे को हिंदी नहीं आता.
What? Okay, okay. I will explain. I am asking. Uh, you are getting now what I am telling.
Getting madam.
Okay. But in this case, you can see, students, there is no possibility for getting this aromaticity back. Correct? Since we are not having any hydrogen here. Correct? Therefore, this is the only possible product. So answer number C is most appropriate. Right, Harshita?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you getting now? Okay, two more students have joined. So now in competition there are four students: Kasturi, Harshita, Abhinaya, and Catherine. Nice name. Okay. So next question for today's session is this. This is quite hard question. Please don't see answer. Please, it's my request. Okay, let's do this only. Harshita, Kasturi, Catherine, and that third student I forgot name starting from A. Okay, I'm giving you 1 minute for this question. And hint. This is question from carbene. Okay. Another hint is this system is aromatic. Third hint is if you are having nothing, for example, in that Remer-Taven reaction, you just attack. है ना? Here you have to do pi bond insertion like this. If you are having olefin and you are having carbene, you just have to do insertion. Okay. So your time starts now. And tell me which option is most appropriate. Okay, Abhinaya. How many students are there in class? I hope anyone have not seen answer. Okay, you do, and I am solving here. Please don't see on screen. Try by yourself first. Whoever is done, just tell me your name and tell me. This first step is clear to everyone. Okay, see here and just tell me if this first step is clear. Let me rub. Till here, everyone is clear, students? Kasturi, Harshita, Catherine. Okay. Now we have base. So intermediate A is this only. Okay. This is your correct A. Has anyone reached to A? Please tell me honestly. Am I audible or not? If you are not getting, no issue, students. This is quite hard problem. Has anyone reached to A? Harshita, Kasturi?
No, madam.
No. Okay, no issue. I will solve for you. You can try next problem. So, students, in whenever you are having carbene have three types of reaction. Okay, one is that nucleophilic attack, another is pi bond insertion. So here in first step, just carbene has inserted here in that double bond. Okay, and we know that base is here. This proton is highly acidic. Why? Because this has become aromatic system 4n plus 2 1 2 3 4 5 6. Correct. Now this negative charge will come back and it will open this ring, three-membered ring, and will result into formation of this intermediate. Now negative charge will come back and will knock off this chlorine and will result into this A. Now again we are having base, it will abstract proton from here, correct? We can write this structure as this. Okay. Now again Cl will that carbene. Okay, you are not getting how carbene formed. Students, if you were in my last class, I have told you first base abstract proton from here. Okay. Now in next step Cl minus will leave. So two type of charges will come onto this same carbon. And this is your carbene. Okay. So you can write your carbene like this also. So in double bond you are having one positive, one negative charge, and in carbene also you have one positive, one negative charge. That's why they have combined negative with positive and negative with positive. That's how you got this propane. Okay, and at last this forms. After formation of this, again this negative charge will come here, and this bond will break, and you will get structure C. Just draw again in your copy in this way, you will get product C. I hope everyone got to know how I have tried this problem. If anyone have doubt, please tell me here only, as this is our last class for this course. Any doubt? Harshita, bachche, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Next problem is easy, very easy. Take 2 minutes time and just tell me whoever is done. Don't tell me answer, just tell me whoever is done. Okay. This is 5 marks question. Very easy. You just have to know all the basics of organic chemistry. Hint is first is your simple substitution, electrophilic aromatic substitution, and this is your famous Clemmensen reduction. In between, can anyone tell me what is product A? Fast. 12th class problem. A.
Acyl chloride is there.
Very good, very good. Acid on reacting with thionyl chloride forms acid chloride. So A is your acid chloride. It will form COCl. In next step, AlCl3 is given. We know that AlCl3 is Friedel-Crafts alkylation or arylation reagent. Basically, it is Lewis acid. It will activate your acyl chloride, correct? Second hint is just open this CH2C6H5. Write it in form of CH2PH, and then you will get intramolecular electron intramolecular Friedel-Crafts arylation. Sorry, acylation. And tell me product B. If you are not able to solve, no issue, just tell me, I will solve. If you are solving, I can wait for another 30 minutes. Not 30 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay, students, time up. Okay, time up, but which option will you choose if you are in hurry? Let's say it is your competitive exam question. In hurry, which option will you choose? Which is most appropriate?
C, ma'am.
C option you will choose, Harshita.
I'll choose D.
Okay. But if I were at your position, I will never choose C as last option. Why? Because we know that zinc Hg, Clemmensen reduction will reduce your ketone to alkane. So this option to can't be correct. But you said D. So very good, you got plus 5. So correct answer is D. If we look at its mechanism, let's see. See, first step is as Harshita told us, COCl. Okay. Now second step in AlCl3, in presence of AlCl3, it will form AlCl4 negative. Here acylium ion will form, correct? And then benzene ring is going to attack. How much member ring form? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You will get this product Product B is your product C, option number C. Okay. And at last, in presence of zinc Hg. Directly you will get this. Yes or no? Anyone is having any doubt at any point?
No, ma'am.
Good. So, who is going to solve this problem? Simple reagent problem. If you don't know function of any reagent, you can ask me as a hint. I will tell you. For this question, I will give you exactly 1 minute, not more than that. फास्टेस्ट फिंगर क्वेश्चन, फिंगर क्या बोलते हैं उसको?
Option C.
Option C. Okay, Kasturi is saying option number C. Another answers? Yes, fastest finger first. Harshita, what is your answer? And two more students were there in class, right? Monica, Catherine, Abhinaya. Students, it is very easy question, yaar. 12th standard question. Okay. Can anyone tell me on first what will form on adding reagent number 1? Fast.
Nitrobenzene.
Benzene. Very good.
Nitration.
Nitration. Second step,
Amine.
Reduction.
Amine.
ADC that will form aniline. Correct?
Yes,
Third
ma'am.
step, simple diazotization.
Isonium species.
Very good. Very good. N2 positive, Cl negative. Third step is your copper
Gattermann
cyanidation.
reaction.
Just
Yes,
substitute
ma'am.
with Cl. Third step they are adding.
Williamson.
No, 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 no.
Grignard. Grignard.
Grignard addition is there. Okay. So basically it will form your this methyl. Correct or not? And at last after hydrolysis you will get, how are you getting that kasturi? How are you getting C? I am getting to B. Am I
Benzoic acid.
am I wrong anywhere?
No, no, no. Actually, benzoic acid.
Benzoic acid, how? See, after getting this cyanobenzene, methyl grignard is given. That will attack onto this nitrile and will result into formation of this imine, which will hydrolyze to get option number B. Yes or no?
Cyanide upon hydrolysis produce acid.
But but student, before hydrolysis, Grignard addition step is there. Correct? Then it is
Okay.
given hydrolysis. Okay. Okay. Can we move ahead? So
Yes,
basically,
ma'am.
in this problem, everyone has lost. This is very simple question. I want answer from everyone, yaar. I will give. Okay, let me give you hint. This is question from SNER. You have to tell rate For SNAR. SNAR means nucleophilic aromatic substitution. My first question is this: in all these substrate, what type of pathway it will follow? There are two pathways: addition then elimination, and another is benzyne. It will go from pathway 1 or pathway 2. Okay, for this, let me go back. See this slide and then attempt that question. This was slide. This was revision slide for nucleophilic aromatic substitution that can happen in two ways: either by addition then elimination, or either by benzyne mechanism. But for addition then elimination, you should have leaving group like fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. In addition to that, you should have electron withdrawing group present at ortho at para to that leaving group. Okay. So this was your and this was mechanism. You can see this mechanism. Okay. Now attempt that question. Tell me, students. I have told you answer in my slides. If anyone is observing my pointer. Okay, first I am trying again.
Ma'am, option C.
Option number C. So this time, Harshita, let's check your answer. Yes, you are correct. Plus 5. Others, 0, 0, 0. So students, more the number of electron withdrawing group attached, more it will stabilize your carbanion, right? In addition than elimination, basically nucleophile comes and leave negative charge on your benzene ring. More the number of electron withdrawing group, more it will stabilize this carbanion. So first is your fifth, then third, then first, then second, then fourth. Why second last? Because it is present meta. They should present at ortho and para to your leaving group. Correct? Therefore, option number C is most appropriate. Very good. Kasturi, clear?
Yes, madam.
Good. SNAR means nucleophilic aromatic substitution. This question will should take only 30 seconds. But let me give you 1 minute. Tell me fast. In the reaction given below, the major product formed is. This question is from electrophilic aromatic substitution. You just have to decide on which ring Br positive will attack. Fast. Whoever is telling answer, this time please tell me answer with reason. Then I will give you plus 5. Students, you are solving now? Okay. Time up. Time up. Just tell me this group is electron withdrawing or electron donating? This CO group.
Withdrawing.
Electron withdrawal. This is your alkyl group. Actually, if we see this alkyl group, and this is your nitrogen group attached to it. So basically, this ring is most electron rich. So any electrophile that is going to come will come in this ring. And we know that nitrogen are ortho para directors. There is no option in which ortho attack is there. So only correct answer is D. What was problem in this question? You just have to see attachment directly to benzene ring. Here there is carbonyl, here is alkyl, here is nitrogen. We know for electrophilic aromatic substitution, your ring should be electron rich. Electron rich may be, moreover, your nitrogen lone plus M groups come ahead, then your plus I groups. Who are plus M groups? Who have lone pair to donate in benzene ring. Is this question clear to everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I think this question is also there. Try this question. This question is from Wagner-Merwin rearrangement, which we have discussed in last class. You just have to protonate this hydroxyl group, stabilize that carbocation, and do the question. Nice question. Okay, by looking at option, which option will you eliminate at first? By looking at option, just to cut that option. Option number B. Because anyhow, these two rings can't become fully aromatic, correct? So I have decreased your load. Now among option A, C, D, tell me. Just stabilize that carbocation to maximum level.
Ma'am, option A.
Option number A. Harshita, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Harshita is saying option number A. I don't know answer. Let's wait for another answer. Kasturi, you are solving?
Yes, madam. The correct option is C.
See
I
his
hope.
confidence. He is saying the correct answer is. Okay, Kasturi, you are saying option number C. There should be another option also, Rakhi. Okay, so let's solve. Then we will see answer. And see where you are doing mistake in solving these type of questions. First, you have made carbocation here, correct? Now you very well know that there is no hydrogen to get eliminated. Yes or no? And if you are saying that you will do 1 to hydride transfer and you will form this, then you are also wrong, because now here this carbocation is stabilized by this resonance, but here not. If you are saying ethyl will transfer here and positive charge will come here, then also there is no hydrogen for elimination. Only possible way is this will come here and this will come here. And what you will get? Correct? Now ethyl group will transfer. And we know that hydrogen is here. It will aromaticity is retained. So correct option is, I think Harshita has correct. Harshita has given correct answer. So option number A is correct. Kasturi, clear what I have done?
Yes, madam.
Sure, na? Just always see attachment where your ethyl group is there. So this is last question for today's problem solving session. Just try. Let me give you hint here. I2 if you have olefin in your system and you have iodine, just form that cycloiodonium three membered ring. Okay, and just then find out if any nucleophile is present in intramolecular or any external nucleophile is there that can open that three member ring. So this is hint for this question. Now solve. Let me tell you how it is formed actually, cycloiodonium ring. We have I2, it will break into I plus and I minus, correct? This is electron rich system. So it will trap that iodine positive, correct? In this way you get this iodonium, okay? You have base like sodium carbonate, that will abstract this acid proton, that will attack here and open this ring, correct? Since it is opening that ring, if it is dash, it will come at wedge. So incoming hydrogen will go at dash. Okay, SN2 attack actually. So in which option this system is given? Obviously in option number A. This iodine and hydrogen should be syn. Here it is anti, so eliminated. No option, no. So this is most appropriate answer. So correct answer is A. Understood, students? Or should I explain again?
Ma'am, please explain again.
Okay. So see, first you have uh, first you have alkene in your system, correct? I2 is given. I2 will form iodine positive, that will be trapped by this olefin. This cycloiodonium ring will form. Let's say it is formed at dash position. Okay. Base is there in your system, sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate will abstract proton from your acid COOH, will form O negative. O negative will attack in SN2 fashion. So if it is a dash, it will attack in wedge orientation, correct? If it is at back position, your nucleophile will attack from front position, Correct? And will result into formation of this five-membered ring. Now understood, Harshita?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Thank you, students, for attending my last lecture, summary session. Do you have any problem? In today's problems, whatever problems we have discussed, you have any problem?
No, madam.
Okay. So all the best for your future. Thank you, students, for attending class. Now you may leave the class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.